And this morning, I think that we are launching the next season, dry season farming for agriculture. An estimated 4.2 million farmers receive subsidized inputs via the government's growth enhancement scheme. And we can see from the impact of what has been done with farmers in trying to increase the access of farmers to inputs from 11%, which we used to have before, to 2 or 3 times that the impact on our food production, particularly rice, has gone up. We produced 1.1 million metric tons of rice in 2013 that we had not produced before, of dry season rice. And we are launching a strong effort in our agricultural sector to attract 750,000 young Nigerians to become agricultural entrepreneurs. The Minister of Agriculture calls them Nagropreneurs, who will handle agriculture as a business. We've set up a fund in the agricultural sector known as, it's called FAFIN, that has attracted the German agency KfW, and we'll have about upwards of $25+ million, and we are aiming for 100 in order to support these agricultural entrepreneurs so that they can invest, expand jobs for themselves and their colleagues and their fellow citizens, and increase food production in this country. Our aim is that by 2015, we will be self-sufficient in many of the crops or many of the food items which we import. On health, the Saving 1 Million Lives program has recruited 11,300 frontline workers who were redeployed to underserved communities across the country. And we've reached over 10,000 women and children with conditional cash transfer programs. The type 3 wild polio virus has been contained in 2013 with no recorded transmissions for more than 1 year, and guinea worm that previously affected the lives of over 800,000 Nigerians yearly has been totally eradicated. In education, we have a long way to go, but we paid attention to the issue of children, out-of-school children, where Nigeria has one of the larger out-of-school children population in the world, trying to cater for them through the construction of 125 Almajiri schools and other facilities. We also looked at tertiary education. We added 3 new federal universities, libraries, technical schools, science centers. I could go on. I don't want to go through them all. But we made a considerable effort. But we acknowledge that we need to strengthen, better finance, and restructure our education sector for a stronger Nigeria of the future that has the skills it needs to drive this economy. In sports, the administration took concrete steps to restore the glory of Nigerian sports in 2013. The president made it a cardinal point, and he succeeded, and we gave the financial backing to do that. In 2013, our sportsmen and women continue to make us proud. They won the Under-17 Cup, the Golden Eaglets, in case you've forgotten. The Super Eagles won the African Nations Cup. And we know that the Eagles will make us proud again in 2014 World Cup finals. Now, you might say sports is not part of the economy. Not true. It is a huge part of the economy. And if you see in advanced countries what is happening, why do they have all these clubs that many of us stay here and pay money to watch or to bet on? It's a huge driver in the economy, isn't it? And a huge driver of jobs creation. And the president has said that we must make sports a big part of our diversification agenda and transformation agenda. Creative industries. I'm coming down. I'm almost done with what we've done. Creative industries. We worked to launch, we didn't want to interfere because creative industries are doing well by themselves. But we saw that there are ways and opportunities we could support with capacity building, distribution issues, and the president launched a $3 billion grant program to support Nollywood. About $1 billion of that has been disbursed to support various capacity building programs and will continue in 2014 with this program. On women empowerment, the Minister of Women's Affairs is here and she will say more. But I just want to talk about one program which she has headed with us in the Ministry of Finance to empower girls and women. We did something that is unusual, which is to engender our budget. That is, to try to make empowerment of women something real within the budget, something mainstreamed. And we began a pilot program with the help of DFID, the UK aid agency. We've been able to mainstream an innovative approach to empowering women. We are calling it Growing Girls and Women in Nigeria, GWIN, and I want to thank the DFID for the work and the support they gave in this. What did we do? We asked several ministries, pilot ministries, if they will specifically identify results that would empower women, they will get additional budget. And Mr. President announced it in the 2013 budget. I just want to tell you we have some results. In agriculture, the Ministry of Agriculture has trained over 2,000 young women across the country in agricultural methods and provided them with farming starter kits for fisheries, snail keeping, cassava, rice, and animal rearing. In health, the Ministry of Health has undertaken about 2,000 repairs of VVF, which is a condition that young women, many young women in this country suffer from due to childbirth. And they've done these repairs on the women in various national centers across the country and brought a smile on the faces of 2,000 young women who would otherwise not have had access to this. The Ministry of Works, FEMA, has specifically targeted and rehabilitated several roads that are market access important roads for women who are undertaking trade. Just to mention 3 areas, there are many more, but we don't have time. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2013, we have realized all these achievements, despite revenue shortfalls, which resulted largely from oil production shocks arising from oil pipeline vandalism and oil theft. But we've managed to implement the budget and meet our obligations on the wage bill, the debt service bill, overhead expenditures, and in addition, we released over $1 trillion in capital expenditure, of which 646.8 billion was expended as at the end of 2013 to accomplish these things we have accomplished, including support to those we did by policy measures. The implementation of the 2013 Shopee budget also progressed well, with about 80 billion or 66% of the Shopee budget expended on various programs and projects out of the 2013 Shopee budget of 273.5 billion. So this will give you, and as you see later in pictures, a good grasp that in 2013 this administration was working and achieving results. Now let me move to the 2014 budget. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the primary purpose of this gathering is to consider the 2014 budget proposal and estimates, which I have the honor to present here today. It's built on the pillars of macroeconomic stability, structural reforms, governance and institutions, but above all, it's built on trying to deliver to Nigerians what will make impact to them. So let us not say that we're engaging in very high language. Sometimes when we use some of these words, structural reforms, macroeconomic stability, that is when people say this is so much grammar. Let's put the grammar aside. The 2014 budget has policies and proposals which will create jobs, more jobs for Nigerians than we created in 2013, and will also enable us to attend much better to those at the bottom end of the ladder in our society. That, in plain English language, is what I'm trying to say today. We want to build a Nigeria and a shared future which we can be proud of. And we are laying the foundation brick by brick by brick. Now, in preparing this budget, we've been guided by 2 main considerations. First, the appreciation of what is happening globally that I spoke about earlier. And also, we've been guided by the need to maintain a prudent approach in order to estimating revenues in 2014 so as to cushion possible fiscal shocks that may arise. Also, the capital spending proposal, and we are not happy, you are not happy that we don't have more capital, But we have also seen that even what the capital we have, if we deploy it to the key priorities,